Hey guys, so yesterday I was watching the Kardashians and I was watching what's her name? The mom, basically, Chris. She had her grandkids and they were going to pick pumpkins and the pumpkin patch and stuff like that. And I was just like envious because the way my setup is, I don't live near my mom anymore. I used to live near her when I used to live down south. Now we live in the north of England, and which means my kids do not see their grandma as often as I would like. And I was like, oh, I felt so envious and kind of jealous because I was like, oh, they get to see their grandma every day. She grows up, the kids grow up around their grandma, they see them, whenever they want. Because I think the Kardashians live around each other, like next to each other. And I just felt so envious and a little bit sad because I was like, my kids don't get to see their grandmother often. They kind of growing up with her seeing grandma kind of thing, if that makes sense. So, and most of the times they don't really speak that often to her either. So I felt sad on that side, like, oh, if only we lived next door to my mom, then they would see her all the time. Obviously, this is the thing with life. Honestly, when everyone gets older, things change, people move, and it's quite far up north. It's like if you were to drive, it's like about 6 hours to drive down south and up north. So it's a long journey. It's not a journey that you would take lightly. So we don't see her, my mom, and the kids don't see their grandmas often as we would like, and they change so much. And I feel like my mom and the kids and even me, we're missing so much things and changes that are going on. My mom misses seeing them, the kids growing up. It's one of those things, like, I think a lot of Asian people, the ones I know anyway, and what I've heard is that the way they're very close knit as well. Like, they would be able to live, like one person will live here, then the other one across the road. I don't know how they even plan this, because that means you would have to somehow, I don't know how, that's what I'm saying, I don't know how they do it. Because if it's normal people, regular people, how do you make sure, how does it work out that you're able to get your family living next door and across the road from you, kind of thing, unless you bought the house when it was brand new, like when it was first built on the block, that kind of thing. But I know I sound like I'm ranting, but I just felt sad for my kids, because it's like you don't get to see grandma, and that's sad because they're growing up. I mean, the twins are gonna be 8 in January. We moved up here when they were 3. I think there were three, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, around 3.5. That's when we moved up here. So they went preschool. They're in year 3 now, and they see grandma everywhere, once every year, if anything, to be honest. And obviously the other two, Faith and Jerome, again, I mean, luckily they saw mom when they were growing up. They saw her more often, and then when they got, when they were in secondary school, that's when we moved up here. But even though the age gap, the age makes a difference, because obviously when you're younger, I feel like when kids are younger, it's when the changes happen more when they're younger. So you want them to spend as much time with grandma and family members as they're growing up, because that's when the little characters come in and stuff, and that's when you see them growing up and changing. Like, I just want to just talk to you guys and just get my thoughts out and just tell you what's going on in life, kind of thing, and what I'm thinking, what's bothering me, what's interesting going on in my life, that kind of thing. I want to keep it simple, fun, just have a little giggle, have that kind of thing. I want to keep it fun, and I'm not gonna. And I feel like sometimes I would put this pressure on myself, like, oh, the vlog has to be this long. It cannot be this short. And I'm like, it's not that deep, Mabel. Stop overthinking it. And I overthink things. And I think that's when I would stop vlogging or doing videos, because I'm like, oh, this is not going to be entertaining, or this won't be, people won't want to watch this, and I'm like, girl, it's not that deep. Just make the video, put it out there. Whoever finds it, whoever likes it, it's cool. If it doesn't get likes, it's cool. I'm just putting the videos out there and just be like, you know, whoever is meant to get, whoever's meant to watch it, whoever is meant to reach, it'll reach. To be honest, I keep telling my mom we should move up north. You know, but obviously she has a life of her own. She has her, you know, her friends, her work and stuff like that. You can't just tell someone to just uproot them and move up. At one point she was like, yeah, I'll come and see the house, because obviously the houses are cheaper up here in the north. And I was like, oh, mom, you can come and see this house, you know. And she was looking online, she's like, the houses are cheap and stuff like that. And she was also talking to some of my aunties, and they were like telling my mom, like, why are we here? Like, why are we in London struggling to pay these mortgages? We should move up there. And one of my aunties were actually looking at the house, and she's like, I would move up there. There's nothing keeping me, you know, down south, kind of thing. But I think she kind of, I think she left it, but then I think she thought about it again, and she's like, I don't think, you know, I don't think she would want to move, which is fine, to be honest. And it's cold up here, but to me, I feel like, people will say it's cold up here, but to me, I feel like England is cold. Cold south, cold north, same thing. It's a cold. Okay, it is cold. When we were down south, it was cold. Up here, it's cold. It is what it is. It's cold. The only difference, I think, is in summer. Like, where down south it gets humid, because really hot and muggy. Up here, it doesn't get extremely hot. You know, you still have a breeze. It's chill. It doesn't get the uncomfortable hotness, and, you know, where you're just like wishing that, you know, summer would go. It's not like that. It's calm, it's warm, which I'm cool with. I just want warm. I don't need hot. Okay, I really do not need hot. I just need warm, where to the point where I don't have to wear the jacket. But yeah, that's the weather difference with the north and south. But other than that, England is England, babe. It is cold. It is cold. Cold is cold. So yeah, so I hope you're all well, guys. I know she'll speak soon.